Have you ever walked away from someone, and the moment you stepped back, the air around you felt different? As if the universe paused, as if the wind held a message, as if a part of you whispered, you didn't walk away from them. You walked away from yourself. Have you ever wondered why your twin flame vanishes the moment you think everything is finally falling into place? Why they disappear into silence, exactly when your heart is opening? And in those quiet hours, have you ever felt the unsettling question rise inside your chest? Did I lose them forever? Or is something still pulling us together behind the scenes? If that question found you, follow me. The story you're about to hear may finally reveal what your soul has been trying to understand. Let me take you into this not as a guide standing above you, but as someone who has stood in your exact shadow, someone who walked away thinking they were protecting themselves, and only later discovered the truth hidden beneath that choice. Running from a twin flame doesn't feel like running. It feels like resisting a force your mind is not built to understand. It feels like stepping away from intensity that feels too raw to hold. It feels like survival, and most people imagine a predictable reaction. I walk away, they will come after me. That's how it works in love. But here, the old rules don't apply. Here, the soul is in charge. Here, the heart moves differently. So the real questions form. What happens when you run? Do they come after you? Do they freeze? Do they move on? Or do they wait in silence? Let's step deeper into the story, because the answers live in places you may have never looked before. Imagine yourself in the moment it happened. Not the moment you said goodbye, but the moment your soul trembled. The moment the connection became so intense that your breath couldn't decide if it wanted to escape or stay. That's the moment your instinct kicked in. You didn't run because you didn't care. You ran because something ancient inside you opened all at once. Their presence didn't just touch your heart, it touched every wound you buried, every memory you pushed away, every fear you told yourself you were done with. You thought you were stepping away from a person. You were stepping away from the mirror of your soul. And while you were moving backward, something unexpected was happening on the other side. Your retreat stirred something in them, something deep. Not confusion, not anger, something older. A wound they carried long before they met you. They didn't chase because they didn't know how to hold the storm. That meeting you awakened inside them. And just like that, the dance began. You stepped back, they stepped back. Two souls facing fear from different angles. But here's the twist no one warns you about. Your steps apart became the first steps of your awakening. When two ordinary people separate, the story fades. Memories soften, feelings settle. Life moves forward. A twin flame connection doesn't follow that script. The moment the silence begins, something else rises. A pull, a tension, a knowing. You don't erase each other. You echo inside each other. Even if they appear distant, even if they build a new life, even if someone new stands beside them, that connection lives underneath it all. They can smile, they can work, they can hold someone else's hand. But inside, there is a room in their heart where only your energy exists, and nothing else fits. Every new connection becomes a reminder. Every peaceful moment reveals what's missing. Every attempt at moving on circles back to the same silent truth. You can't move on from your twin flame. You can only delay the reunion with yourself. And here's something few understand. Your absence doesn't push them away. It awakens them. Slowly, quietly, inevitably. But this raises a question that haunts the runner's heart. If they feel it too, why don't they return? Walk with me to the next part of the story. In human love, distance creates longing. In twin flame love, distance creates awakening. This connection is wired differently. When one moves forward with force, the other retreats. When one retreats, the other hides in silence. It's not rejection. It's energetic gravity. Your running triggered them. Their silence triggered you. You assumed they would chase. They assumed they were losing you. And while neither of you understood the mechanics, your souls did. The connection doesn't want chasing. It doesn't want running either. It wants alignment. And until that alignment forms, the universe won't let either of you meet halfway. That's why they didn't run after you. Not because they stopped caring, but because their soul stepped into its own healing, its own unraveling, its own transformation. The distance wasn't punishment. It was instruction. And both of you were being guided to the one truth that opens every locked door in this journey. You cannot meet again until you meet yourselves. Let's walk deeper. Separation feels like a wound that won't close. But behind that ache, the universe is carving space inside both of you. Space for clarity. Space for growth. Space for healing. Space for truth. This phase teaches each twin their missing piece. For the runner, it teaches courage. The courage to sit with emotions that used to feel overwhelming. The courage to stay present without collapsing. The courage to let love in without losing identity. For the chaser, it teaches stillness. The stillness that replaces panic. The stillness that dissolves fear. The stillness that breaks attachment. And the moment these lessons take root, something remarkable happens. Your energies begin to calm. Your connection stops vibrating in pain. Your souls find a rhythm again. Not the rhythm of romance. Not yet. The rhythm of alignment. The rhythm of truth. There comes a moment in every twin flame journey where the running no longer works and the chasing no longer feels possible. A moment where you stop looking outward and finally look inward. That moment is the shift. The energy around you softens. The grip in your heart loosens. The fear fades, not because you forced it, but because your soul has changed shape. This is the moment your twin flame feels you again. Not through words, not through action, through vibration. Something whispers to them. The storm is calming. You can come closer now. And without even knowing why, their heart begins to open again. This is how reunion begins, not through pursuit, but through transformation. Here is the truth spoken softly. Your twin flame doesn't come back because you wait. They don't come back because you hope. They don't come back because you fear losing them. They come back when your souls match again, when the chaos inside both of you settles, when the lessons sink deep, when the energy between you can hold love without breaking. A twin flame can explore other paths, but the connection never dissolves. They can drift into other arms, but the bond never loosens. They don't forget you. They don't replace you. They don't erase the connection. They return when both of you are ready to create the next chapter, not out of need, but out of truth. And that chapter will feel unlike anything your past self could have handled. So what happens when you run from your twin flame? You begin the awakening. They begin theirs. The connection stretches, but it does not break. The silence grows, but so does the soul. The distance hurts, but the purpose ripens inside it. Running didn't end your story. It opened it. It pulled both of you into the fire. so you could rise without fear and love without collapse. This separation is not where your connection dies. It is where you are both reborn. And when destiny decides the moment, your paths will cross again, clearer, calmer, and more true than before. If this story touched something inside you, if a piece of your soul whispered, "This is my journey," then stay with this community. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment telling me where you are on your path. Your story isn't ending. It's unfolding. And your twin flame isn't gone. They're awakening right alongside you.